When you come to ride on the Lebanon, Mason, and Monroe Railroad, you can expect a half-hour ride down to the LM&M Junction, which is a picnic grove about 5 miles south of here. It's a half-hour ride down, half-hour layover there, and then a half-hour train trip back to Lebanon. We typically have food available on the train. Oftentimes there are costume characters and entertainment involved. We run themed tourist rides and just plain old train rides from prior to Easter to Christmas.
Normally our run would consist of, depending on what the activity is for the day, but generally we would go down to our junction stop and spend about a half an hour there, then get the folks back on the train and come back to the city of Lebanon. I think riding on the train would be a unique experience for any family because you are together and it's something new for everyone basically. There aren't too many people we're finding out that have had a lot of experience riding the train. And yes, we're not as speedy as some of the passengers would like us to be, but it's just a nice relaxing trip down through a beautiful wooded area and farm area that makes it very interesting for the whole family. Every weekend is something different. Some of the more popular things that we're going to have are the Civil War train. We will also have our most famous ride, I guess, of all and most popular is the Thomas the Engine, which will be here at the beginning of September for 2 weekends, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then one of my favorite trips is the Pumpkin Express, which goes to one of the local farms, about a 45-minute ride down the track. We spend an hour at the farm, and each person gets a miniature pumpkin when they get back up on the train. And that's very popular with the children, of course, because they have an opportunity to see a working farm with live animals and some activities for them to participate in also. And then, of course, we have our very popular Christmas train and the Winter Express. Mr. and Mrs. Claus will be around that time of year to be visiting everyone that rides the train. Our engine, to start with, the engine was made in 1950, and it's one of the oldest operating engines of its kind in the country. And it has 1,500 horsepower. It's diesel electric, made by General Motors. And our cars that you see, the red cars, were made in 1930. They were purchased by the Erie-Lackawanna Railroad, used as interurban cars up in the Hoboken, New Jersey area, and were actually running up into the late 60s and 70s. Our gondola car, which we refer to as the open-air car, was actually a freight gondola for bulk freight. I think it was made in 1934. And it was modified with some hand railings and seats for the safety and convenience of our passengers, but it was used for open bulk, sand, gravel, coal, anything of that sort.
Most people haven't ridden on a train, including adults. We go through a scenic area of southwest Ohio, across a bridge, down through the woods, and terminate at the picnic grove at the LM&M Junction. And it's quite enjoyable.
Well, one good thing is that we're located in an area that is close to Cincinnati, Kings Island, Dayton, Xenia. All the small towns around here are very close, just an hour or so away from our train, and other activities also, not only here in Lebanon, but around the area. We have had some people come as far as California who are train buffs and would love to ride any train that they can. And occasionally we get some model railroad groups that come in and ride the train. Even though they've been here before, they still enjoy themselves. It's always something you can do. There aren't too many opportunities in this part of the country to ride trains, so you might want to take advantage of the fact that one is so close. And it's very nice in the summer to take a ride on our train, because then you can take your picnic lunch along and have a little picnic down at the end of our station stop and picnic for about 45 minutes and then return back to the station. The best source of ticket purchasing would be to check with the website that we have, and of course tickets can be purchased almost any time at the station as a walk-up passenger. The only thing I would caution you on, if it's a very large activity like Thomas the Train, you definitely need to have reservations ahead of time.
If you're looking for a short drive to a wonderful time, and with the price of gas, aren't we all, this is great. come on out here, have a good time, ride a real train, and best of all, we do the driving and burn our diesel fuel and not your gas.